Hi everyone, happy Thursday to you all. Welcome to another week of Jenny's Car Creations. I am Jenny. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you live from in Melbourne, Australia. Hello to you all and hello to you all on replay. Please leave a comment if you're on replay or anytime. Please leave a comment. Let me say hi. I'd love to get back to you, and please let me know where you're from. Give me a thumbs up or a love heart. I'm sorry I didn't get that right. That would be fantastic if you could. That would be, yeah, so appreciative. Okay, so what am I doing this week? I'm just going to waffle on until a few people pop on. I've got my beverage. Have you got yours? I've got a cup of tea. Wheat black tea is my go-to. I don't drink coffee. I love the smell of coffee, just don't like the taste. I've tried it all sorts of ways, but nah, don't like the taste at all. And I wish I did, because I really, really like the smell of coffee. But anyway, a cup of tea it is tonight, and hopefully I'll remember to have it and it doesn't go cold. Okay, so I haven't got my computer here. I don't know where it is, so I'm going to use my iPad here, and hopefully it will not. I'm just going to put the charger in here actually. And hopefully it will not play up like it's been playing in the past. I'm just going to pop that in. Okay, we've had gorgeous days here in Melbourne. I feel for you Queenslanders, and actually Sydney. Any of you from Sydney, it has been very, very, very hot up there. So I really feel for you. It's like summer already up in Sydney, in the 30 degrees up there. But it's 15 here today. So not that warm here today, but we've had some lovely weather. Okay, I'm just trying to find myself. I can't see comments, everyone, so if you're saying hello, I'm sorry. Once I get my iPad up, I'll be able to say hello to you all. Thank you all for popping on. I really appreciate it. Got my volume down, and hello, there we go. I'm all in action now. Okay, hello Julie, welcome back to sunny Victoria. I'm so glad you got home safely, and what a welcome you got from your puppy dogs, eh? Like I said, if it was my pussycat, I'm sorry, I would have been punished. There would have been no speakies from that. He wouldn't have been talking to me. He would have had his back to me and saying, how dare you leave me? Cats are so different to dogs, aren't they? Oh, gee. Hello, Justina. How are you? Thanks for popping on. And Glenda, how are you going in Queensland? Are you getting all hot up there? Justina, oh my gosh, 35 degrees. Wow. That is hot. I hope you've got good aircon up there. I was just saying to Jeff, we need to invest in some aircon down here, because it gets really, we've got evaporative cooling, but it doesn't really do anything. And I noticed in here, I've got a fan in here, that's it. But I noticed my inks, I'm in a dining room table. I don't have a craft room like you lucky people have. Some of you have. I'm on a dining room table, which I have to keep moving when we have people around, but that's okay. And it gets very hot in here. So I just said to Jeff, we need to invest in some aircon. But I say that every year. It hasn't happened yet. I know it's expensive. Jen, hello twin, how are you? Lovely to see you, and go you girl for your live today. Well done. Yes, I was very impressed. So go you. Keep it up, girl. You can do it. If I can, anyone can, seriously. You should have seen what I was like on my first lives. Oh my gosh, we will not go there. Oh, gee. Okay. Colleen, hello. How are you going? Good to have you on too. And Pam, hello. How are we going? I bet it was warm for you up in Echuca. Yeah. Kimbo, how you going? Hello. I hope it's sunny there today, because I want nice weather here tomorrow, thank you. And Trudy, you South Australians, send the nice weather over, please. I want to keep it going. That'd be great. And Joan, hello. How you going? Oh, look at you all. Thank you so much for popping on. what have I been doing? I have been prepping for Cuppa and Card. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about Cuppa and Card. For those of you who don't know, a lot of you are on at the moment for Cuppa and Card. And can I just say, I love my Cuppa and Carders. We meet Monday, 10 a.m. on Zoom, and Tuesday night on a private Facebook page, Tuesday at 8 o'clock. I look forward to my Cuppa and Card days. They are the best, and what a great way to start the week. What it is, we all get together and we craft together and we get to know each other. For Zoom, that's a little bit different because we can see each other and talk with each other. For the online on Tuesday, I still chat to everyone and they still chat to me. They type and I chat back. So it's really, really great, and we're starting to get to know each other. So that's really, really good. So if you are interested, what I do is I send out 4 kits each month, and we do one of those, the same one for Monday, Tuesday, we do the same, and we do one of those each week. It's a lot of fun. If you're interested, I am sending out packs on Tuesday. So let me know. It's $45, and that includes postage. I usually express it simply because I just want to make sure you get them well and truly in time before we start the following week. So and plus, you know, I'm tracking them. So that's the other reason. So if you would like to participate, please let me know. Oh, thank you guys. Like I said, Monday, Tuesdays. I love my Monday, Tuesdays. You guys are so great, and we've been getting to know each other. I've been doing this for 18 months now, I think. And the Tuesday night one I've been doing for, gosh, it must be nearly a year now. That's gone quick. So anyway, so if you're interested, it's $45. Just give me a ring or comment or message me. Let me know. Okay, so something I need to tell you. What do you call it? Not the online exclusives, the clearance. They've had a bit of a revamp on the clearance. Oh, thank you, Pam. Thank you. It's a lot of fun. Renee, hello. How are you? Thanks for popping on. Thank you. Okay, so clearance, they've had a bit of a revamp. So if you want to get a bargain, there's lots of discontinued things there. I noticed. I had a bit of a quick look today just to see what was there. And I noticed there's lots of good bargains in there. And I mean, seriously, they are absolute bargains. Like, I got a die set that I paid $50-something for, and it's $7. So it's good bargain. So check that out. Okay, if you go to my shop, it'll come up automatically. It'll just flash clearance, or just go into select all and go to clearance. Okay, another thing too I need to tell you, and I haven't got my brochures here because my husband hasn't come home yet. He's still at work, and he's got my brochures because he prints them at work. We are having the World Card Making Day. Now, I can't remember the dates. Isn't that dreadful? But it is on my page. So it is absolutely free. And what it is, Stampin' Up! Are putting this on. You just register. And if you can, that's fantastic. If you can't, you know, I think there will be a replay. Not totally sure on that, but I will double check on that. But it's totally free. So just register, and you'll get the link to it. 7th of October. Thank you, Jane. It is really something really, really good. I've participated in the last 3 years, so it is worth doing. Even if you can't be there the whole time, just, you know, clock in, clock out, whatever you like, whenever it's convenient, because there will be some demonstrators all around the world that will be doing some demonstrating, and also you can craft with them. So there is some die sets there. And if you are interested, I'm close to the time, I'm actually going to be popping the link up of the actual dies if you want to craft along, and the measurements. Okay? So just remember that it is free. Don't have to pay for anything. And it's a lot of fun. And you're actually crafting at the same time with everyone else around the world. And you can chat to everyone too, which is really, really good. Okay, so enough from me. We are going to get cracking. So tonight, guys, we've got another fun fold. I've told everyone last week, no one download anything because we're not going to have a fuzzy screen this time. So we're doing another fun fold. Not the same one, but we're going to do another one. Okay, so I was prepping for Cuppa and Card, and I thought, oh, why don't we just do this one? Because it's been on my agenda for a while, and I know you guys all love fun folds like I do. So let's get started. I'll just swap you over. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, my host code for September, which isn't going to be very long now, we're going into October soon, which is a bit freaky, isn't it? So if you want to purchase from me, or if you'd like to, just quote this number, and so I'll know, and so I can send you a thank you gift and a card at the start of next month. Okay, all right. Okay, guys. So do I. Look, any excuse for a fun fold in a 3D project, as you know, I just love them. Hello, Angela. How are you? Hello, Jen. How you going? Yeah, so it looks like a lot of you are registering for already registered for the card making day. That is fantastic. Okay, we are going to do this fun fold. Now, that doesn't look much, does it? Now, I must tell you, there is something missing in this. Posty was supposed to bring them today as promised, but he didn't, so it'll come tomorrow. This is what we're making, guys. But can I tell you there's more inside? This is just, I didn't do much fussing over this because when your friend that you give this to is going to be opening up this card, they're going to hopefully get a wow factor inside. That's what I mean. Okay, so let's just undo this. Okay, we're going to open it up and we are going to turn it around and pop that up like that. Now, you can't see very well, but I'm just going to turn it to the camera, and that is what we're making tonight. Now, this is called a corner pop-up easel card. Okay, a corner pop-up easel card. Now, this is from the new papers, and can I tell you, as I think I mentioned to Julie today when we were messaging, I had a hard time cutting into this paper because it's so pretty. Yeah. So I hope you've made that one before, Colleen. Oh, great. You can tell me what to do. I made a couple of these, but I said I was making this today, and I thought, right, we're doing this, because I just love it so much. It's so easy, isn't it, Colleen? All right, let's just put that aside. I'm just going to show you where I'm getting all my bits and pieces from. Now, one thing I am missing from here is Posty was supposed to bring a magnet. I ordered quite a few magnets because Cuppa and Carders, guess what you're making next month? We are going to make, not this one because obviously I've stamped, but we're going to be making something similar. So we're going to be making this. This is going to be one of our Cuppa and Card kits. So I'm sorry, I know you like surprises, but in case anyone is interested in doing Cuppa and Card, I thought they might like to know. Okay, so there's supposed to be a magnet in this. And what the magnet does, there's a magnet on this side and this side. I've just done a glue dot, and it just grabs it like this and just keeps it together like that. Okay, I've just done a glue dot for tonight. Guess what? My magnets will arrive tomorrow and it'll be too late, but you get the general idea. So that's what it's supposed to do. All right. So where have I got all my stuff from? Okay, so first of all, and I did doggy tag this, and I doggy tag, oh, that's from last week. There we go. It's my fun fold last week. Okay, Winter Wonder. I know Winter Meadow. I don't know why I keep calling this Winter Wonderland, but this is where I got this paper from. Okay, I'm just got to show you the paper here. Now, I have cut into this, and it broke my heart cutting into this because it's just beautiful, beautiful paper. So that is on page 36 on your mini catalogue, for those of you who have your catalogues in front of you or nearby. So this is the paper here. Okay, so obviously I've cut into this because that was what I used here. and I have cut a couple out for tonight. Okay, so this is it here, and then we've got the other side. So you've got watercolouring on the other side, which I absolutely love. And this is the paper we're using tonight. I'm going to leave that aside. And again, watercolouring. Isn't it gorgeous? I think this is the best paper I have seen. I mean, Oh Holy Night is... Oh, there it is there. Oh Holy Night, I love that too. Two of the best papers, I think, in that catalogue. So we've got little Christmas trees. Oh, look, I know it represents snow, but hey, it's winter, been winter here, and it's been snowing up in the mountains. So I still think this can relate to this. It doesn't just have to be Christmas. Okay. You have trouble too cutting into it. It's hard, isn't it? It really is hard when you see something so gorgeous. Again, you know, I know a lot of this is like American, but as I was saying, you can incorporate this into our Aussie Christmas, or you don't even have to be a Christmas for this. It's multi-purpose, and that's what I love about this paper. How gorgeous is that? Love, love, love. And look at this. This reminds me of when I went to South Australia, going over the border, Mount Gambier. These trees, they had plantations of these trees going along the road. There was kilometres of it. So that's what this reminded me of. So it's just stunning, stunning paper. I think I've gone through the rest of it. Now, if you want to know the colours, I'm going to leave that out because I need you. So it is basic black, obviously, because of the outlines there. Blueberry Bushel, which we are going to be using tonight. Garden Green, Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, Moody Mauve, Pebble Park, Pretty Peacocks, Shaded Spruce, and Smoky Slate. I'm going to be using Blueberry Bushel and Shaded Spruce. Now, Shaded Spruce I have never ever used because last year and the year before I always used Evening Evergreen. So it's getting an airing this time. So, yes. Yeah, so I had heaps of it because I haven't used it. Okay, I'm going to be using this ribbon here, and we're going to be using this paper here, so which is this one here. Okay, so that is from the Snowflake Magic. Okay, it's just one-sided. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. Absolutely welcome. It makes it easier that way, doesn't it? I just love how Stampin' Up! Make it easy for us because we don't even have to think about colours going together. You just look at the designer series paper and they go, oh, yeah, okay, I'm going to put that together. It just works out really well. Now, why did I do this one? Oh, that was the papers back here. So if you're looking at papers, just the papers only, they are down here. They're $21.75. And if you are looking at Snowflake Magic, they're $17.50. Okay, now they're not the size, obviously, of this. This is part of my paper share. I had a paper share for me, so I'm using that one tonight. Okay, now the ribbon. Oh, forgot about the ribbon. Look, it's all in here anyway. If you just go straight to where I doggy tagged it, and I haven't got a doggy tag on it anymore now. Can't find my doggy tag. Winter, come on. There we go. No, there we go. Here we go. In here. Okay, that ribbon, number 3, $15.75. It's absolutely gorgeous. I've got a little bit of it here. And you can actually colour it. And you'll still have that beautiful silver on there. So it's absolutely stunning. I've actually got some markers here, so let's just colour it and I'll just show you what it looks like coloured. I'm going to use a bit of scrappy paper here and I'll just show you. Let's get a marker out. Alright, I have no idea what this one is. I think it might be Tahitian Tide. You'll always need to have something underneath it. As you can see, it goes through. But look at this. Isn't this pretty? Isn't it nice having a clear screen tonight? I told everyone no downloading tonight. Can you see that? It's pretty. And you've got that beautiful silver there still. So in love with that ribbon. All right, okay, let's get cracking to this one, folks, because that's what we're here for. Okay, so I'm going to be doing the cutting and everything. So I'm not going to be writing the instructions on my Facebook page. All your instructions are going to be, and measurements are going to be, I'm going to yell them out as I go. And if you want to make this, just go back over the replay again. And that'll just make it easy for you, because then you can sort of make it as you go. All right, so as I said, we're going to be using blueberry bushel. And that designer series paper, and then I'm using basic white. You know I'm a layer girl. I've got to have my layers, so we're going to be looking at it like that, okay? And we have got shaded spruce, which I will need. This one here. I don't know where my scrappier shaded spruce is, so we're using a new one. Okay, all right. Let's get cracking. Yell out if you have any questions along the way. It is absolutely gorgeous, Jen, that ribbon. I'm not a ribbon person when it comes to cards, but when it came to those sort of things, I absolutely love them. I'm more a twine person. It's simply because I'm not very good at you know, doing ribbons. I'm getting the hang of twine, doing multi bows and things like that, but when it comes to ribbon, I'm not very good at it. Doesn't matter how much I practice either, I'm just not very good at it. Okay, I'm just going to pop this light down a little bit better so we can see. I'm going to light in a different position, so hopefully it's not over the camera, so hopefully you'll see better. Okay, so I am going to be doing 2 lots of measurements here. I know a lot of you love inches and a lot of you, like me, are centimetre people. I'm going to be using inches tonight simply because I want it to be slightly bigger. And it's going to be slightly bigger in inches. In centimetres, it will be slightly smaller. So I'm just putting that out there. Okay. All right. So we need 8 by 8. So 8 inches by 8 inches, or centimetres. It's going to be 20 centimetres by 20 centimetres. So we're just making a square. Okay. We'll get rid of that. Don't need that anymore. That's scrap. Okay. Now, on one side, we're going to cut that in half. I'm not cut it. We're going to score that in half with our scorer. Okay. And then we're going to turn it around, and we're going to that 4-inch mark, beg my pardon, or 10 centimetre mark. So go 10 centimetres. If you're in centimetres, go to your 10 centimetre mark and score that all the way. And we're going to turn it around, and I'm going to 4 inches or go to 10 centimetres. And what I'm going to do, I'm using this cutting blade here. Okay. I'm going up to the score line here that we just made before. Which I don't think I need you anymore. All right. So we're going up to that score line just up here, and I'm cutting from here downwards, okay? So this is where we're making a split in the card. Okay, I've just got to get up here because I cannot see properly. Okay, so I'm lining it up. So it's all lined up. Use your little, your cutty here has a bit of a line there. Use that and line it up with your score line, and then just cut down, okay? And that is spot on. All right, okay. So I shouldn't have taken it out. Okay. So then we are going to just score the other side. Okay. So cut and then score. Okay. That's all you need. That's it. It's pretty simple, isn't it? Okay. So let's just fold those. Okay, so I like to do it either way, just in case. Now, see this? we pick that up and we're just going to pop it down, and there is our fold. So we're just popping it up, popping that over to here, and it just automatically folds. So there we go. All right. Okay, we're not finished yet. We are going to pop a score line here to here, corner to corner, and then corner to corner. Okay. All right. So I'm lining it up with my scorer line here, and we are going from corner to corner. Okay, so we can get that triangle look. Okay, so that looks okay. So I'm just going to score that, and we are going to do the same on this side, corner to corner. So we're going from here to here. And there we go. We have got our triangles. Pretty simple, isn't it? All right, so there we go. Oh, I did it around the wrong way. Oh, told you, Jen, I stuff up. I'm just going to do it again because I meant to do this side, not that side. So I'm going to do it again. I'll be quick. I was busy looking at comments. I shouldn't do that. Sorry. All right, I'll be quickly doing this. Again, let's go back to a number 1 again. Oh, my goodness. We're going 8 inches. Oh, my gosh. Look, it just shows we're human, doesn't it? All right, done. Okay. All right, again, scoring in half. And then I'm going back over, going up to that line. If you're watching replay, just fast forward this. Okay, and then we're just scoring down, and then we're just scoring that bit there. Okay, we're done. All right, now make a note of this. Do this side and this side. Don't do where the flaps are. Don't do what I just did before. That's not going to work. We need to do this side and this side that have no flaps. Okay, here we go. Take 2. All right, just shows we're human. Everyone makes mistakes. It's just that I couldn't cover up that one. All right, scoring. And then we're going corner to corner. Okay, and scoring. I'm not looking at comments because that's what did me. I looked at comments and that's what happened. Wasn't concentrating. Okay, so let's just fold this up. Okay, fold this back and back. Okay. All right, and there we go. There is our base of our fun fold. Pretty simple, isn't it? Okay, just make sure you don't do what I just did before. All right, I've got to have a sip of tea for that. That was just too much for me. Okay, let's go on to the next. We're going to be cutting out our pieces now. All right. So again, I'll be reading them out in centimeters and inches. Okay, so we are going to be doing 1 3 3/4, one of those by 3 3/4, or centimeters, 9 by 9 centimeters. Okay, now I'm just cutting that all the way because I need a few of these down the track. What did I say? 9 3/4, wasn't it? Okay, there we go. So there's our big one. I'm going to be cutting 2 of these because I will need this for our front. So I'm saying 2 of these because we're decorating the front section, which is what you saw here. Okay, we're going to be doing, so I need 2. Okay, so we need 2 of those. And then everything's falling off here. Okay, so we need 2 3.5 by 3.5 squares. Okay. All right, that's it for that. Okay. All right, so we need to cut these in half to make a triangle. So we're just going to line that up against our, oh, I don't know what this thing's called, but we're going to line it up against the thing there where I can't remember the name. I've got brain like can't think tonight. Okay, and we got our triangles. Easier way than having to try and cut a triangle out and get the measurements. This is just so much easier. Okay. All right, there we go. So there's our triangles. And that is all we need for our second layer. All right, next we've got our designer series paper. How gorgeous is this? Love it. Cutting guide, thank you. I think I've heard it called something else. I don't know what it's called, but anyway, cutting guide, we're going with that one tonight. Okay, thank you for that, Jen. Okay, designer series paper, we need 3.5. So I'm going for one of these, but I'm going to be cutting something else at 3.5 inches or 8 centimeters square, okay? So 3.5 by 3.5. This is going to be our base on that one. And then we need 3 by 3. And this is going to be cut in half like we did before, and we're going to be doing triangles. Okay. This blade is driving me nuts. I've got new blades coming, thank goodness. It's keeps coming out of the track because it's been worn down. That's what happens. It gets worn down and falls off, and it's annoying. Okay, 3 by 3 or 7 by 7 centimeters. Okay, all right, we've done that. Let's put that out of the way. Okay, well, let's do this into triangles again. Okay, that's done. Okay, and that's done. All right, so there are all the folds that we need for the inside. I just need one more for the outside of the card, which actually no, I've already done it. Which is this one here. So I've already done the homework for that. That's great. Okay. All right, we don't need that anymore for the moment. But yes, do we? No, I'm just going to put all this together and then we'll do some stamping, and we're going to have to do some cutting as well on the cut and boss machine. Okay. As I say to the ladies at Cover and Card, just get rid of your layers first. So that's what we're going to be doing. Get rid of layers first. Okay. Oh, what did I do here? Gosh, it's been one of those nights tonight, isn't it? What did I do? 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. I've done the wrong one. Gee. I made heaps of these and I hadn't had no problems until tonight. All right, done. Yep. Okay. Okay, let's do this. I'm making sure I've got those right. Yep. Okay, let's just glue this all down. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. I'm not really a blue person, hence I am wearing a blue jumper, but I'm all reds. I love reds, but this is so pretty. Okay. Now I reckon this paper is an all year round paper. It doesn't have to be Christmas. Okay, so we're just going to pop all this on. Our triangles. Okay. I often wonder. Yes, I can say it's tea. I've been stamping up all day, every day, so I think maybe it's just getting to me. Funny, I have made no mistakes at all today until tonight. Go figure, hey? It's always the way, isn't it? I could do this one fold in my sleeve. I've done it that many times, but typical, and I've never stuffed it up until tonight. It's always got to be a first time, doesn't there? All right. Okay. All right, and we're just doing that like that. Okay, they are done. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to pop it onto our fold. So this is how it's going to look like. So we're just going to pop that in there like that. Like that. You could have two different patterns going across here, but I sort of really like this colour. I tried a couple of different ones and I thought, nah, it just didn't really work. So I stuck with the same designer series paper, and that goes down there like that. So this is what it's going to look like. Okay. All right. So let's just glue that down. It's good to have those scoring lines there to guide you, to know, then you'll know you're exactly straight. Okay. Okay, so that's done. All right. Let's do the next one. I like to do the top first, and then I can make sure that is spot on, and then the other one just follows. Okay. All right, I'm not going to be doing this one yet. I like to do that at the end. Now, usually if my magnet's here, but it's not, so I'm going to be using a glue dot. So, but you'll get the general idea, and I'll show you, if you ended up doing this and you have a magnet handy, I'll show you what you have to do. It's very, very simple. Okay, so that is done. All right. Okay, so next we're going to do some stamping. So I've got some scrap here from our cutting that we've just done before. I'm just going to get this out of the way. Okay, so the colours we used tonight, as I said, are blueberry bushel, shaded spruce, and white. There is Misty Moonlight in there as well. I am actually going to be using, not the ink pads, but I'm going to be using our Stampin' Right markers tonight. Something very different than what we normally do. So I'm just going to get the stamp pad. This is it here, and it's called Magical Meadow, and I'm going to be using this stamp here. Okay, so I want multi-colours, and that's what this does. I'm going to grab my block. So I'm going to be using, not Misty Moonlight, actually that was for something else I did earlier. So what I'm going to be doing this one, these are Stampin' Right markers. These are actually inks. They're water-based, okay? They're not like alcohol-based. If you did your alcohol blends doing what I'm doing, it's not going to work. It will only work on water-based inks, and this is what this is. Now, this is just another version of your ink pad, except it's in a pen form. Okay, so if you don't have this is how I started off with Stampin' Up. I bought a whole heap of these because I couldn't afford these. I just gradually built that up. So I just bought a whole heap of these, and I just, you know, popped it on my stamp and did it that way until I accrued enough. I didn't have to do that anymore. So with these ones here, now I've got two different types here. I'm going to show you this one. This is the modern one. This one is the old style, and I'll show you what I mean. We have got this one, this tip here, which is what I'm going to be using. I mainly use this all the time, this tip here, the brush there. This one here is great for if you want to, you know, do some writing or something with it. These are the new ones. They've been released in the annual catalogue. These are the old style. Okay, same. This is the same. It's just different here. Can you see the difference? Okay. Improvement out of sight. Because that, can you see how it's a lot finer as well? But I never really use that tip. I only use the brush tip. So yeah, so that's the difference there. So if you see me using that at some stage, this, I'm using the old style. There is a new one, but this works perfectly fine. I don't find I need to have to go out and replace it just because of that tip, which I hardly ever use. Okay, so let's do some brushing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and copy the colours in here. So using Shaded Spruce and Blueberry Bushel. Okay, so I'm just going to go over. Now, when you're doing this, always go to the side. Don't go down that way because otherwise your tip will not be nice and straight like that anymore. It'll be flapping out. Okay, so just go on the side and we're just basically colouring ink in. Okay. Yes, the ink will dry quicker, but we have to huff on it just to make it wet before we stamp it. So I'm going to be doing, I need 3 of these. Okay, I just thought there's a tip. I've got a few of you that are new to Stampin' Art on here, so I thought maybe you might not have seen this, this tip, so it's quite handy. Okay, so I've got a little stem in here, and then we are just going to colour in the leaves. I haven't done this for ages. It's a good little tip. Very handy if you want to do multicolours. And yeah, it's just easier instead of having to mask it all the time. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to huff on that. And then there's our first one. Okay. Now, can you see how it looks a little bit funny? That's because these are distinctive stamps. Can you see how some it's darker and lighter in the area? It's meant to be that way. All right, it's not your stamp, it's not you stamping, it's the way it's supposed to be. All right, let's do that again. I'm going to have to do this 2 more times. It's going to be a bit quicker because you know what to do now. I'm going to have to do a lot of Stampin' Blends. I'm having withdrawals, not doing one. I'm obsessed with my alcohol blends. So we're going to have to do a live on one of those again soon. I think I've been pretty good. It's been a while. Okay. All right, I'm just doing a quick job here. All right, let's huff that. Oh, look at that, I missed that bit there. Huff it. That's just to get it wet, and there we go. All right. Technically, I don't really need to wipe off that, but in case it went onto the green or the blue soaked in together, that's the only reason why I'm taking the ink off. Okay, lucky last. and then we're going to do some cutting. Okay. It is time consuming, but it is worth it to get that instead of having it all in one colour. It depends on how your stamp is. I mean, you could always colour on top, but because this is blue or green, it's quite a bright colour, so a dominant colour, so you wouldn't be able to, you know, pop something on top of it, pop another colour on top of it. It'll come out all murky. Okay, there we go. All right. They are done. Aren't they? They come up really well, don't they? Okay, so I'm just going to pop them aside. Okay, so we're going to cut this out, and then we're going to also cut this bit out here, and I'll show you what we have to do there. So this is going to be the shaded spruce. Now with the shaded spruce, we've got to make sure that we are folding it in half. I'm just going to go and get my, what do you call them? This one. Our deckled circles. I'm obsessed with these. These came out in the mini as well. They are the best things. Love them, love them. Okay. I think I've cut out the others. I'm just making sure I've done the right. Yeah, it is that size. All right, so we've got this size here. So this size is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. The seventh biggest? 7th smallest, whatever you like. So we're just going to do that. Okay, so what we're going to do here is, I'm going to get that out of the way. We are going to fold this in half. And it doesn't matter which way you're folding it. I like to prefer to doing it this way, so then I can get multiple out of these if I'm going to be doing multiple. And for cover and card I will be. So I'm just going to fold that in half like that. Okay, now we're going to get our cut and emboss machine. And I'll show you what I'm going to be doing with this. Okay, so we're just doing our normal cutting, which is plate 1, 2, and 3. Right, now what I'm going to do here is, see the fold here? I'm going to be placing my circle as close as I can up to the fold, but I want to leave a little bit. Can you see how I'm leaving a little bit there? That is because I want it to make it opened up like a small card. Okay? Oh, look at that, just moved on me. All right, I'm just going to pop this on top. Actually, I might just stick that down, actually. Okay, we're just going to pop that through. Now, I like to do it twice because it's going through 2 layers of cardstock. I'm sure the first one will be fine, but it's just me. I like to make sure. Okay, and this is what we've got. And that's what we want. Okay? All right, so I need another one of these. So I've got some scrap here. I don't need that. And we're just going to pop that through. Okay, so that is done. Just checking what else I need. Did I cut some? I did cut some vellum. Just thinking, what else do I need on here? No, I think I'm right. Okay, so we've got that done. Let's just cut out our foliage. Okay, so let's grab those dies. I think it's this one. Yep. Okay, so we're just going to cut these out. Okay, comes out really well, doesn't it? All right, let's do the other ones. Has anyone got this suite or the designer series paper? It's my first time playing with it today. Like I said, I couldn't get my head around it for Christmas, but because I'm designing Christmas cards for Cuppa and Card, I started playing with it today, and it's very pretty set. So I just couldn't resist popping this in and doing this tonight, even though I said I won't do Christmas until October. I'm close to October. I think I've done pretty well. Okay, now mind you, this was totally different to what I had planned today. So I got sidetracked halfway through the day, and I thought, nah, blow it. I'm changing my mind, and we're going to be doing this. And we'll do what I'm doing another day. Okay, I think that's all I needed. I think I cut out the rest. I think. Hopefully I did. I prepped most of this stuff before. Okay. So we've got this. What we're now going to do is we are going to fold this over. So I want this over. So I'm just going to fold that over to the score line, just above that score line. If you go right on that score line, the fold won't work properly. So I'm just going to fold close to that score line as I can, okay? You can use your scorer if you want to on your trimmer. I just find this is just as, you know, you can if you want to, but no one's going to see this. It's just us. So I just think this is just, you know, easier and quicker. All right, there's my bone folder. There we go. And we're just going to fold that. And then we are going to pop this on here. So this is what it's going to look like. Now, something with our edging here, these the edgings of these circles, you're not going to line them up, okay? That's too difficult. So they're not completely all the same. So, but because it's like this, it just doesn't matter. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop this on here, and then that will be sitting up like that. Similar to one of those, I don't know, I've done these folds. I keep forgetting the names of folds. I can't remember. Where we've done that fold heaps of times where it's just a normal card base. I think we did a calendar in that. So it's just like that, only we are using circles. Okay, there we go. So there is part of our pop-up. Easel fold, thank you. Jen, you've been so handy for me tonight. Thank you so much. Very handy. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to go into our pieces here. I did cut out some more things. Okay, I cut this one. This is what I wanted. And I needed this. Okay, so this is part of the paper I showed you before. So I'm just going to pop that onto the back here. Okay, just doing a circle. And we are just going to lay that on there. Okay. I'm not going to pop this on until we are finished. Now, next we're going to pop our sentiment on. Now, I have done our sentiment, because I thought that might save a little bit of time. I originally actually coloured in the sentiment with our Stampin' Right markers to do a 3-coloured tone, but it just didn't look right with this. So I have got our sentiment from Joy to You. I love this. You can do an ombre look with this, which I tried to do earlier, which it looked beautiful, but it just didn't really work well with what I was doing here. So I have just embossed this. You all see me do emboss heaps of times. So I just embossed it and cut it out. This is on Blueberry Bliss. No, Blueberry Bushel. Gosh. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that there like that. Just pop that on dimensionals. Now, I would suggest you not post this. I love embossing too. That's what won me over with this craft, was the embossing. It's such a wow factor. In fact, Jen, I remember doing it years and years and years ago over a toaster. So I'm glad they've got heat guns out now. Okay, so we're just going to pop that there like that, and then we're just going to put these little guys in there like that, and decorate those. And we also need to use this punch. If you need to do filling up in your punch, fill up foliage, you need to do some fillers, this is fantastic to fill with your vellum. So vellum is this paper here, and it's great for, like I said, filling up your foliage or toning down something that's really bright. Like if I wanted to pop something over that tones it down, and I've done that in the past. It tones it down if it's really into your face. Okay, so I'm just going to chop out these. I mainly just want this one here, but I might use that one. The thing is, you can't see them once you chop them out, so I'm just going to pop it on my stand here because it's black. I'm just using some scrap pieces at the moment. Just thinking how many I need. I think that might be enough. Alright, that's done. I love vellum. Okay, so we're just going to, I've got dimensionals in here, so that's hindering me. So how I'm going to be doing this is, I'm just going to be decorating this. So I'm just going to be chopping some of this. I'm a chopper. I love chopping stuff up. Okay, I'm just chopping that like that. And then I want this to go like that, okay? All right, so I'm only going to do 2. And then this one is going to go down here. And then this is where our vellum comes in, because then I can fill up some spots with our vellum. And I'll be chopping the vellum up too. Okay? So that's basically what it's going to look like, only I'm going to be chopping the vellum up. All right, so I'm going to use glue dots for these in case I like to move them around. If you stick with me, or people who have been following me, Cupper and Carters know I use glue dots a lot. They're my go-to. And if you want to set things out and you think, oh no, and you glued it down and you go, oh no, I don't want it there anymore, you can't move it. But you can with glue dots. And that's what I love about glue dots. All right, so I'm just going to pop that up there. I'm going to have that little thing sticking onto our sentiment there. I'm just going to be popping this in like that. Okay, again, I have got, I'm going to have to cut a little bit. And we're just going to pop a glue dot down. I liked having my foliage sitting up as well because it makes it more real to me. Okay. All right, so that's what I've got there. Now, because this is in the background, this is at the front, I want to have that on a dimensional. So I'm just going to take that out again now. This is just how I work out stuff. So I know it's a little bit, you know, why didn't I put a dimensional in there in the first place? It's because once I put a dimensional in there, again, it's going to be like glue. It's not going to, I'm going to put that there because I'm not going to waste that glue dot. It's just, I just don't want to waste it. And I can't remember what I was saying before. All right, so there we go. All right, next we're going to, I'm going to cut this, pop our vellum in. Where's our next one? Now, so you see that's hindering, so again, I'm going to be cutting that as well. You just make things work for you. That is my motto. Everything has to work the way you want it to work. Don't make it dictate you. All right, so glue dot. I could stick this in, but as I said, I might change my mind. And that has been known to happen. Okay, I'm pretty happy where that is though. All right, I'm going to do a glue dot with this one. Glue dots are great. They're just another version of glue. They will stay put. They won't move for you. So that's what I like about these. And you can move them around. Look at that. I can move whatever I like with this. It's moving them around. I've got this little guy here. So I might as well just move him in there and pop him in there because I don't want to waste him. He came popping out in the punch, so we might as well use him. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so let's just pop that in there like that. And I might have a little bit coming at the front there. All right, there we go. So that's what we've got. And I'm going to make them all sit up. There we go. So that's what we've got. Okay. I could have gone a little bit more and put more in there, but I think we've got enough. I just want to keep it simple. Okay. Next, oh, you know what I did? I did forget something. Did I cut it out? No, I didn't. All right, I did forget something, so apologies. I need to cut this out. And it's going to be way too big for what I want, but I'm going to show you how to make it smaller. So I'm sorry about that. I knew there was something I'd forgotten. All right, so I'm just going to cut this out in white. So I'm just going to get a scrap piece of cardstock. That's pretty good. I always keep everything. Okay. Sorry, I haven't been seeing comments. I've been concentrating on what I've been doing. Okay, I'm just going to cut this and then I'm going to show you how to make it shorter. Hello, Annette. How are you going? You got back from the dog? Oh, no. What happened to the dog? I hope he's all right. Poor little thing. All right. That scrap's going to go back in my scrap bag. Okay. Now, as you can see, it's okay, isn't it? But I wanted it a little bit shorter because I think it's just a bit overpowering when this is going to be my stopper, everyone. So I wanted it a little bit shorter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in and I'm going to line that up. Maybe that much. What have I got there? That might do. Okay, so what I'm doing is I've lined it up. It's not moving now because I've got the actual dots here in the grid here, in the dots there. Okay, so that's what I'm doing there is that's all you do. And then I will be making it that size. So it's not going to move at all because it's locked into those little grooves. Okay, so that's cut off, and there we go. So if you find something that's not right, it's too big, too long, manipulate it. Use it for what you want it to do. Okay, so that's how you do that. Hope that tip is handy. Because sometimes we look around for something and go, oh no, it's too big, or it's, you know, I can make things smaller, I can't make things bigger. But that's quite a handy little tip to do, and I do this a fair bit. Home with painkillers and me a gin. You got that well done well. Poor little thing. What happened to him, Annette? Poor little thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do, we've got one of these left. Instead of stamping, because I thought we'll go through the whole process again, I've got this. So I might as well just cut this and just pop it onto our little label here. Okay, so that's what I was planning on doing there. So let's just do that. I'm just going to chop that up. As you know, I'm a chopper, so, and I don't like things going to waste. So we've got that, and we're just going to stick that down like that. And then we are going to just do the rest on here. Okay, so I'm just going to get rid of this bit here. And then I'm just going to chop off the rest of it. In fact, what I might do, I'm just thinking, which side will I use? Just thinking, will I chop? I'm debating about using this one. No, I'll use this one. I'm just going to stick them down, and then I'll just chop them. I chopped it a bit too small, but that's okay. I can maneuver that around and make it fit. I just think this is a great way. I didn't need another sentiment here because we've got this humongous big one here. And I just thought, well, this is a great way of using up your bits and pieces. I did this before and I did too many of them. And I thought, oh, what if I could do it like this? And I just think it worked. Okay. So we're just going to go in there like that, and that fits. Okay, so that's fine. What we're going to do now is we are going to cut that off. Okay. So we're nearly there. I usually do everything in prepping, but there's some things in here that I think you might have found handy to know. So that's another reason why I didn't do that. So I just thought, nah, we're just going to go from woe to go. All right, I've got some vellum here because I think that's a bit too stark, don't you think? So this is where the vellum comes in. It'll tone that green down, and then I'll just pop that on top on dimensionals, and there is my stopper. Okay, so something a little bit different to what I probably would what you'd normally do, because you would normally use that as your sentiment. Where did you go? Oh, I had a dimensional go flying there. I don't know where it went. All right. Okay, now I'm just going to pop this on here. Obviously, I cannot put glue yet because vellum shows up everything. So I'm just going to pop this down here like that. I think I might just go up a little bit. All right. Okay, now I'm taking that out now, and I'm just going to pop glue along here. It's a bit too juicy. I don't want that overflowing out. I might take a little bit of that off. Always some scrap when you need it. I can't find any. I cleaned everything up today. All right, here's some scrap from before. The reason I'm doing this is because the vellum is going to go through. Oh, look at that. It's already done. See what it's done? Gosh, it's one of those nights tonight. That's okay. All right. And we're just going to pop that over like that. Just pretend that vellum, you can't see that glue. You're not going to see it anyway because that's going to be sitting like that. Okay, all right, so I've done that. We need some Winky because I love Wink of Stella, and I just think we need a little bit of bling down here. I'm a bling girl, everyone, as most of you know, but there's some newies on tonight, so I have to bling everything. So I'm just putting that on the front because we're not going to bother about the back. No one's going to see that. Hello, Lee. How are you? Oh, my goodness. You've made a lot of food. Wow. You've been very busy. I wish I liked cooking. I really do wish I did. Okay. All right. Here we go. We are now going to grab our little guy here. I'm going to pop this on now because it's time to put him on. Now, this is where we are in the process, Nelly, of where we're going to put our magnet. So I'm just going to stick this down. Like that. Okay. So we're just going to pop a magnet here, right? And a magnet here, okay? So this is what I want you to do. If you're going to do this, use a magnet, pop a magnet here and one magnet here. So they come in a set. So you've got your top and your bottom. Put your top one here and your bottom one here. And that will clip in and it won't come out, okay? So what I have done is I've just used a glue dot just for tonight as my magnets didn't arrive. So I'm just going to pop a glue dot in and that will work as my magnet. It works and it's not going to mark. I'm just putting a little one there. It's not going to mark my, when I take it off, my cardstock. All right, we're going to pop this in here like that. Okay, and then we're just going to stick that down. Now the reason I like this put up properly is because I want to make sure this is straight. That's why I have to set this up the way they're going to be seeing this. Okay, so let's just glue that down. And I forgot my bow. Never mind, we'll do our bow in a minute. Okay, just want to make that nice and straight. That looks pretty good. Okay, all right, so that's what we've got. I'm holding that, that's why it's sticking up, is because I'm holding it upside down, just nearly holding it up. Okay, so that's what we've got. All right, so let's just pop our bow on. Now I did cut some bow here. This is this bow here I was showing you earlier. All I've done is I've cut it in half. It's too big for this area here. Okay, so we're just going to do a bow. And I apologise, I haven't been chatting to you. I've been concentrating on what I've been doing here, but I will get back to you. As you know, either tonight or tomorrow. As you know, I always do. Okay, all right, there's our bow. Now this paper does fray, this ribbon does fray a little bit, but I like that effect. All right, so we're just going to pop that. Cut you a little bit short, didn't I? Pop that in there, like that. I have to have this, I had originally had a different ribbon. And then I saw this and I thought, no, I've got to bring it out and we've got to play with it. It's so pretty. Okay. seeing which side's the better side, which is this side. And we're just going to pop that underneath like that. I'm only doing a little one because I just think it's a little bit overpowering if I do a big one. Spraying. There we go. All right, okay. So let's do our bling. We need bling bling, guys. We're nearly there. We're got just do the front bit, tie it up, and then we've done our front fold. Okay. So I'm just going to pop it just on our area up the top where we've been playing, crafting. Okay. It closes up, Annette. I'm going to show you how it looks. It closes up. You will not have an issue popping this in an envelope, as I will show you. It closes up tiny. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that out a little bit more. I like him peeking out. Okay, and then we'll pop one over here. This is the hardest, as I keep saying every time. I find this the hardest. I might pop one there. I don't know. I could do 5, but I think it's a bit too much for that small area. Okay. All right, so we have done our pop-up. Okay, what do you think? Yes, it is the Winter DSP. Isn't it pretty? Okay, so what it does, it folds down like this. Just pretend I've got a magnet. Okay, there's my magnet. It folds like this. We are going up like that and up like that, and then we are folding like that. Okay? All right. So when we are presenting it to them, as I showed you when we first started, we're going to give it to them like this. It looks nothing. So this is where the extra pieces I made up come in. And now, as I said, I'm not going to be going crazy and doing too much on the front because they are not going to be seeing that hardly. So, but we need to decorate it a little bit. So as I said before, don't go crazy over it. Just do a little bit of DSP because I think this says it all. Oh my goodness, Furballs come in. I'm being invaded. Someone's let him in. And then we're just going to pop that on the front like that. Okay, and this is where this comes in. Now I coloured that, so I can't use that. So I'm just going to grab another lot of this, and we're just going to tie that up and pop it into a bow. I always got more than what I need, and I certainly have, but that's okay, I'll use it. I'll store that up and use it. Okay, so when you give it to them, they will have a nice bow, but when they open it up, they'll have that wow factor. And like I said, you can use this, doesn't have to be Christmas, you can use this for anything. And there we go. There is our pop-up. Isn't it cool? The pop-up, it is called Annette. I always forget my names. You've got no idea what my desk is like here. It's dreadful. I wrote the name down before so I wouldn't forget it, and I have forgotten it. It's a corner pop-up something or other. If you go back over the replay, it will all be there. I have got junk everywhere. I wrote it down on a little piece of paper and I cannot find my little slip of paper of what it's called, which is really annoying. So there we go. I've done it in centimetres and inches for you. So when they open it up, just tell them to open them up. It will open up like this. Tell them to open it up and then it just folds. And then you have, this is going to be on the bottom. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Like I said, you could put your sentiment down here. I couldn't resist this gorgeous big sentiment here, so I just had to have it there. And I thought, I'm not putting another sentiment down here, so I thought we'd just incorporate the berries in the designer series paper. So there we have it, everyone. There is our pop-up. I'll pop our bow on that later. Okay, my tea is nice and cold now. How's your beverage going? I hope you've been sipping at it. I'm not going to show you my desk. Well, I should. No, I'm not going to. I should take a photo of it, shouldn't I? It's bad. All right, let's just turn you over. All right, I hope you enjoyed that, everyone. Oh, it's in the kit. Yes, it's in the kit. We're making something similar, not exactly that one, because obviously I can't send you stamped items in there. Corner pop-up card, thank you, Jen. I can't send you stamped things, so ours is going to be a little bit different and probably maybe different colours. I will see. I actually did it in a different colour, but oh gosh, I'm so in love with this blue. We'll see. But yes, if you want to make one of these, we are making this next month in card and cuppa. So if you would like to join cuppa and card, come along and join us. We'd love to have you. So yeah, so it's 45 and this is one of the cards you'll be making. Okay, that's it from me. Oh my gosh, my cat's brought his toy up on the table and he's a naughty boy. His toy is a pipe cleaner. He's a naughty boy. Should I show you what he looks like? He's a naughty boy. There he is. There's his pipe cleaner. Look at it. He loves his pipe cleaner. He's a villain. He's a villain. So that's his favourite toy, and he grabs them out of my daughter's drawer. All right, go down there and pack your pipe cleaner. That's it from me, everyone. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that. If you please send me a pic if you make one of these or whatever you're crafting with. I always love to see what everyone does. I think that's it from me. I will see you all next Thursday. If you have any questions at all, pop me a message. Happy to, and hopefully I'll be able to help you out there. Okay, have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Cuppa and Cutters, I'll see you Monday, Tuesday, and everyone else, I'll see you on Thursday. Bye.